the firstborn of the immortals who formed the very fabric of the universe. It is said that she was created near the beginning of time, known in Greek mythology as the protogenoi, protos meaning first, and genos meaning born. Nyx has a shadowy figure which makes her the perfect personification of the night. In ancient art, Nyx was drawn in 3 different ways. She was either winged, charioteer, or crowned with an aureole of dark mists. She can impact mankind in a good or bad way. Her ability is to bring sleep or death to the human race. This is not the goddess to mess with. Zeus even feared Nyx because she was older and stronger than him. She is the only goddess he's ever feared. That speaks volumes of her power. Welcome to the History Realm. Today we will discuss the ancient primordial goddess of the night and how she puts fear into the king of the gods himself. Also, on a side note, don't forget to hit the like button to support the channel. Okay, let's move forward. Nyx was considered to be the daughter of Chaos, the very first of all deities. Nyx would effectively become the goddess of night and depicted as a beautiful woman, often in the company of some of her numerous children. Nyx lived in Tartarus, a place of torment, suffering, and darkness. However, she is not exactly the personification of evil in Greek mythology. It's never been said of her having done anything more evil than Zeus himself does in any mythology. Yet, because of her mysterious and dark nature, many see her as more of a villain figure than she ever appears to be. Surprisingly, Nyx was never the figurehead of any cult or group, but was worshipped as a background deity. She gets a bad reputation for turning off the lights. Anyways, Nyx married Erebus, the god of darkness. Nyx and Erebus produced Hera, the day, and Ether, the light. Hera is Nyx's opposite. Nyx brought the dark veil over the night, while Hera chased the dark mists away each morning. Interestingly so, Nyx was able to create her own dark spirits, including fates, sleep, death, strife, and pain. While the Olympian gods ruled over the earthly realms, Nyx would reside in the depths of Tartarus, the dark recesses of the underworld, and the dark misty air which swirled around Tartarus was said to be Erebus. Many of the other dark deities of ancient Greece would also reside there. Each night Nyx would emerge from her cave within Tartarus, and hand in hand with Erebus would block out the light emitted from Ether, bringing night and darkness to the world. The next morning Hera would then emerge from Tartarus, and like a child that's afraid of the dark, she would sweep away the darkness of night, and Nyx would return to her abode. Thus mother and daughter were never in the same place at the same time. In some instances, black animals were said to be sacrificed to Nyx, especially black roosters, as they announced the coming of morning, even in the presence of night. In later Greek mythology, the likes of Eos, the dawn, Helios, the sun, and Apollo would replace the roles of Ether and Hera, but Nyx herself was never subjugated, an indication of the esteem which the powerful Nyx was held in. Maybe nobody just wanted to apply for that job position. Anyways, although she was the mother of darkness, Nyx was also regarded as a source of comfort. She could be helpful as well, for example. In the play Agamemnon, the Greek troops thanked Nyx for helping them win the Trojan War. The darkness and stillness of night allowed them to sneak into the city, ending a 10-year siege. Nyx was occasionally helpful to the gods as well. When Eos, the goddess of the dawn, lost her human son in battle, Nyx prematurely swept over the earth so his body could be safely retrieved in the darkness. Seems like the dark isn't all that bad, until you find yourself alone in it. Anyways, Nyx was never really the central figure in surviving mythological tales, but the goddess does appear in one tale with her son Hypnos the Sleep, and Hera, the queen of Olympus. Hera convinced Hypnos to put her husband Zeus to sleep whilst she plotted against him. Hypnos was not powerful enough, though, to completely incapacitate Zeus, and when he found out what Hypnos had done, Zeus chased after him. Hypnos sought refuge in his mother's cave, and on finding out the location of his prey, gave up the chase, Zeus wary of angering Nyx. This story is unique because Zeus usually is not afraid of angering the other gods or goddesses. In fact, many myths feature situations in which gods or men are afraid of angering Zeus. This story is unique because it shows the usually almighty Zeus being fearful of another goddess's wrath. It is often thought that Nyx is really the only goddess that Zeus actually fears. Do you think Zeus was actually scared of Nyx? Or do you think he had other motives? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Anyways, Ether, Hera, and Hypnos were not the only children of Nyx, for Hesiod would mention a whole series of further deities. many of which were dark in nature. The named children of Nyx included Thanatos, the god of death, also the twin brother of Hypnos. Then there is Eris, known for strife, Geras, the god of old age, Moros, the god of doom, Nemesis, the retribution, and also groups of deities like the Moirai or the Fates, the Keres, known as the Hounds of Hades, and the Oneiroi, the gods of dreams. Nyx is described as a floating figure clad in a long black robe who carries her sons Thanatos and Hypnos in her arms. Thanatos is covered in black and carries an inverted torch, while Hypnos is draped in white and carries a poppy. While Nyx may not be as famous as the 12 Olympian gods and goddesses, however, she still plays an integral part in Greek mythology as the personification of the night and as one of the oldest Greek deities. She was loved by the people of ancient Greece because she was the bringer of rest and an escape from the stresses of everyday life. However, on the other hand, she also brought death and darkness, resulting in trepidation and fear. Well, there you have it, a small insight into the myth of Nyx, the primordial goddess of the night. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more future stories. Also, I have linked another great video here above for you to enjoy and keep the stories going. Until next time, on the History Realm.